To pleat or not to pleat? That is the question today as we dive into how you can remove the hem pleat from the dart side jeans sewing pattern. Two very different looks, both from the same pattern. So let's get into what adjustments you need to make to have this simple change in the hem. Hey, Isabelle here. I'm the founder and designer behind Izzy, formerly Forest and Thread. I thought I would just pop on here and give a little pattern adjustment video, a kind of how-to for removing the pleat detail at the hem of my newest jeans pattern. The pattern is called the Dart Side Jeans, and there's a lot of really cool details. There's top stitching throughout, there's a split yoke, so there's like a princess seam on the back yoke. There's a dart that goes from the side seam across the back pocket, which is the namesake of the pattern, and the front has a traditional 5-pocket jean construction. And then there's this fun little detail at the hem on just the front pattern piece, and it creates a puddling effect is how I like to refer to it. But basically, the pattern includes a pleat on both the inseam and the side seam of the front pattern piece. And these pleats are designed to make the front hem hang longer than the back hem so that you can have the look of having extra long jeans, which is very trendy and very, kind of cool girl vibes, a little bit slouchy, a little bit oversized. That's kind of the look that you're supposed to get. And that allows the back leg to be hemmed perfectly, and you're not gonna step on it throughout the day, and it's not gonna drag in anything. But the front gives you the look of having jeans that are, maybe a little bit too long. So that's the design intent behind having the pleat on the front leg. This video is to show you how to remove that very easily. It's a super easy pattern adjustment, and this will allow you to make the dart side jeans with a traditional regular jean hem. So if you like the look of the rest of the dart side jeans, but maybe you kind of don't want the puddling effect of the pleats on the front of the leg, no problem, just follow this tutorial. You can make the adjustment super easily. You just need a ruler, a pencil, a straight edge, measuring tape, those kind of tools, and you should be good to go. So I've got here my ruler and an eraser and a pencil, and that's pretty much all you need. And then of course you need your pattern, and I have already printed and assembled it. So here is the front leg piece, the number 1 piece, which is what we will make the adjustment to. And then you'll just need the number 2 back piece as well, because we are going to use the measurements from the back hem and apply those same measurements to the front hem so that they match perfectly. So you can get the sewing pattern at houseofizzy.com, and there's actually a full virtual sewing workshop available for the pattern if that is something that you're interested in. It's in this kind of format where I'm talking to the camera, and then you have another camera that shows what I'm working on at the table or at the sewing machine. And so if you're into learning through video format, then I would recommend checking that out. So to start, we're going to measure on the number 2 back piece. So come down to the hem of your number 2 back piece. So you should be able to find a notch on both the inseam and the side seam on the hem area of your back leg piece. This notch should be 4 inches from the hem when it's finished. And so that means that it's going to be 5 inches from the hem right now in the pattern phase, because the pattern currently includes all of the seam allowances, including the 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters seam allowance along the hem. And so we can just draw that in. I'm just going to draw in the 1 inch seam allowance. And then along the inseam and the side seam, it's a 1/2 inch seam allowance, or 13 millimeters. And you only need to go up to where the notch is. And then on the side seam, just drawing in that 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter seam allowance. You could draw in the seam allowance across the entire back if you want to be extra sure and double check your adjustments after we make them. I think in this case, because it's such a minor adjustment we're making just at the hem, the correction can happen in the sewing process if it's just like 1/8 of an inch off or something really small like that. But we'll kind of line them up and do a loose check. I'll show you what I mean when we finish adjusting. So now that you've drawn in these seam allowances, We can measure from the notch down to where the hem will finish, and that is 4 inches, which is exactly what we want. This is just to double check that everything printed correctly and you didn't make any prior adjustments to your hem or your pattern that would cause this notch to be off. It is drafted to be 4 inches up from the hem, so everything is as it should be if you are getting this measurement here. So coming over to your number 1 front pattern piece and come down to the hem. So here is the pleat marking, and you should see 2 lines like this at the side seam and 2 lines like this at the inseam, and that indicates how you will fold the fabric. And so it kind of comes in at an angle and it creates kind of like a little bit of a drapey pleated effect. So that's what we are going to remove now. So go ahead and draw in your hemline seam allowance, which is 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. And then we're going to draw in our 1/2 inch seam allowance along the side seam. And you don't need to draw in between the 2 markings. You can just go below it and above it. And now we'll just draw in the seam allowance on the inseam as well. And same thing, you don't need to draw the seam allowance in between the 2 markings, just below and above it. And so now we're just going to bring the stitch line. The drawn in seam allowance is the stitch line. So we're just going to bring this intersection right here, and we're going to draw a straight line from there down to this intersection right here, which is where the stitch line of the inseam and the final hem meet. And so just draw a straight line down from there to your hem. And then same thing on the other side. So we'll just go from this intersection right here down to this intersection right here and just draw a straight line. And now we will measure 4 inches from this top line down towards the hem and make a mark. So we're drawing in 4 inches from this line, this intersection right here, towards the hem, 4 inches down from this mark. And I'm squaring it up with the drawn in stitch line that we just made. So there's one side, and then on the other side, I'm just going to draw a mark that's 4 inches down from this top line intersecting with the stitch line. So there we go. And so the notch on the back matches up with the finished pleat when the garment is complete. And so that's why we're using this top line as our indicator of where we should measure 4 inches from. And so now that we have 2 marks, we have one on the inseam and one on the side seam, go ahead and draw a straight line across to make your hemline. And so that's it. That's your hem. And we're just going to draw in our seam allowances now from the lines that we've been working on. So draw in 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters for the hem. So there's our seam allowance for the hem. And then we'll draw in 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter seam allowance along the inseam over here. And same thing on the side seam, so we'll just draw in our 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter seam allowance. And that's pretty much it. So now we can go ahead and cut out these lines. So we're going to cut along this line and this line and this line, and that will be our new hem. And so there we go, that's it. Now we can just line up our pattern pieces, give it a quick double check that they match, and you're good to go. So to truly walk the seams and make sure that the pattern matches, you would want to draw in the seam allowance all the way through your entire pattern piece and make sure that the stitch line matches the stitch line. For the sake of this quick tutorial, I'm just going to show you like what I would do in this situation, because we know that the rest of the pattern matches, and we're really just double checking that we didn't make some major mistake in this process down here. I'm just double checking that the pattern looks like it's going to line up. So this is the kind of like quick and dirty version. So I'm just matching up the hem and the inseam here and just kind of seeing, okay, do these match up as I bring it up towards the rise and along this inner leg curve, and we're looking good. That should be perfect. And then same thing on the side seam, just matching the bottom edge and the side seam and just kind of loosely walking the edges together to see if they match. So for this side seam, this bottom notch here, that should match up with the where the dart will land when it's all complete. So you should be lining up with your dart leg at the stitch line, the half inch or 13 millimeter stitch line. And so that's looking good. And so now you can go ahead and cut out your fabric and you can sew it up, basically following the same exact instructions as for view B, which is the jorts or the shorts view. And there's actually no difference between the sewing construction steps for the shorts view and the full length view except for the pleat. So you'll see very quickly where to just skip that step in the sewing instructions and just hem it like normal. And so now I can show you a comparison of what the jeans look like with the pleat or without the pleat. So you can see that from the front view, with the pleat makes the jeans look like they're a little bit too long and there's some extra fabric draping around the foot. Without the pleat, they just look like the perfect length from the front. From the side, you can see that the back is the same length on both with the pleat or without the pleat views. And from the back, they look exactly the same because they're the exact same pattern pieces. Nothing has changed for the back view. So there you go. That is how the pattern looks without the hem detail. Everything is the exact same except you remove that little bit of draping around the foot. And so that's it. It's a really easy pattern adjustment that you can make to the dart side jeans sewing pattern. If you do make yourself a pair of jeans or jorts using the pattern, please tag me. I would love to see what you make. And if you have any ideas for other pattern hacks or pattern adjustment videos that you would like to see using this pattern or one of my other patterns, let me know in the comments below and I would love to hear. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.